This is lesson 7, solve one step inequalities. All right, let's go over some examples here. It's kind of like solving an equation where you have to solve for x or solve for the variable. And if you have stuff you got to get rid of, you do the opposite. So if you have to add something, you subtract it, but you subtract it to both sides. So instead of having an equal sign, you have an inequality sign. Okay? So I think we can do these. Let's look at this example here. It says, and then it's going to want us to graph it too, but we can do that, no problem. So it says to solve, x plus 7 is greater than or equal to 10. So we just pretend this is like the equal sign, but it's greater than or equal to. But we want to solve for this x here. So I got to get rid of the 7, subtract 7 on this side, subtract 7 on the other side, and it leaves me with x greater than or equal to 3. So we come down here, we put a dot on 3, and we can put a solid dot because it's greater than or equal to 3, and then we know it's greater than, so it goes to the right. Okay? And this one, next one, we have x minus 3 is less than 9. We want to solve for this x here, so we got to get rid of this minus 3. The way we do that, to the opposite, plus 3, do it to both sides. Those are canceled. It's x is less than 12. We go to 12, and it's a circle, not a dot line, because it can't be 12, but it's anything less than 12. So you start at the 12, but you circle it, okay? And you go to the left. Let's do these together. First thing I want to do is I want to solve for n on this one. I have a plus 2, so let's get rid of that 2. Minus 2, minus 2. So it's n is less than or equal to 5 minus 2 is 3. So n less than equal to 3. The way I do it, I go to 3. It says it's equal to, so it's a solid, and n is less than it, so it's going to go this way. Okay. Next one, y minus 3 is greater than 9. I want to get rid of this minus 3 because I want it just to be y, so I'm going to add 3 to each side, and that gets me y is greater than 12. So y is greater than 12. Now I go to 12, I do a circle, not a solid dot because it can't be exactly 12, but it is greater than 12. And because it's greater, it goes this way. Okay. Now, we can do the same thing here with multiplication and division. Okay, if you're multiplying it, then you divide it. If you're dividing, you multiply. You just want to get the x, or whatever the variable is, all by itself. So, let's look at this. There's two examples, number 3 and 4. We have 5x is less than or equal to 45. I want to get this x all by itself. So the x is times 5, so now I divide it by 5. The 5's cancel each other. You get x is less than or greater than 9. Then you graph it because it's equal to. You put it on 9, and you go less than. This one is division. It's x divided by 8 is greater than 3. Well, because it's divided by 8, you times it by 8. So you put the times there, and you do it to both sides. Those cancel each other. You have 8 is greater than 24. You go there, do a circle, and go greater than. All right. Let's practice a couple of these. You can watch me do it. 10x is less than 80. Now, 10 is times x, so I want to divide it by 10 each side. Oops, that was wrong. I want to divide each side by 10, and that'll get me what x is. So x is less than 8. So I go to 8, put a little circle around it, and I'm going less than. So there's my graph. Next one. it's x divided by 6. So now I have to times it by 6. So x 6 times 6 here, greater than or equal to 7 times 6. Okay, those cancel each other. We have x is greater than or equal to 7 times 6 is 42. I go to 42. It's greater than or equal. I'm going to go that way. All right. One more example. Oh, whoopsie. Okay. Laverne is making bags of party favors for each of her 7 friends attending her birthday party. She does not want to spend more than $42 on the party favors. Write and solve an inequality to find the maximum cost for each party favor. So she would spend $42, but she would also spend less. So, and she has 7 friends. So it's going to be 7 friends times the cost of the party favors needs to be less than or equal. It could go all the way to 42. Less than or equal to 42. So now I just want to solve for C. So it's times 7. Now I'm going to divide each side by 7. And then C is less than or equal to 6. Just like that. Okay, so she could spend a maximum of 6. Now she could spend 5, because if I put 5 in here, 5 times 7 is 35, which is less than 42, so that would work. Okay? All right. Go ahead and see what you can do with the independent practice. If you have any questions, let me know.